yards, caught the ball 6 times for 70 yards. You just saw the scoring drive of 85 yards and 6 minutes off the clock. You got a 7-all ball game, 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. And it is 2nd down and 4. That's Johnson who caught the touchdown pass in motion. Kelly's got a lot of room to work with now. Throws out to Sanders, who's got the first down. Run out across the way by Dwight Drain, the strong safety. Sanders came into the ball game with 39 catches. If you don't catch more than 30, you don't make a road trip for this team. I mean, they're just throwing it all over the place.
Well, and the thing about it is with this run and shoot offense and all the receivers that they have, and you got to use Todd Fowler in there as one of the receivers. Jim, they spread it out. I mean, Kelly does not have, if you talk to him, a particular receiver that he wants to throw the ball to.
I remember you questioning John Hadel on that today, and Hadel had no answer for it.
He said, we got to cover them all.
That's Johnson coming out here, and they're going to throw the ball to Johnson. Now, he was a running back at Colorado. He can run with the football. Gets across the 25 to the 27-yard line. And Kevin Turner starting over David Howard, who's out with Achilles problems. Howard is their leading sacker, but he is hurt, and Kevin Turner is getting the start on the right side.
All right, L.A. now they're playing a 4-3 defense, Jim. What has to happen are the 2 outside linebackers are key on this defense. They have to get wide on those rollout passes to take the backs coming out of the backfield, take anything from 6 to 8 yards. The middle linebacker, Howard Carson, 54, his job is to read Fowler wherever he goes.
2nd down and 2. Johnson in motion. Fowler looking for the first down. I don't know whether or not he got it. I would assume he has not, but I have not seen whether they're going to actually spot the ball. Down at the bottom, you can see Eddie Meat Fever Weaver and George Achika, number 61 and 75.
They're going to measure it. Actually, Fowler ran into his own man. He would have had the first down easily, but he hit one of his offensive linemen.
Fowler, the way they describe him to me, is like a blonde little Abner. He is so strong that he doesn't know how strong he is. Was a tight end, drafted as a tight end, and playing fullback. Many times you'll see a fullback become a tight end. Few times you see tight ends become fullbacks.
I don't remember this team, Houston, the game we did, you and I did in San Antonio, if they run a quarterback sneak or not, but this is a situation where you just touch the center on the rump and you go.
3rd and short, about a yard. Or, well, you saw how far it is. 7-all. Thus far, and 1 quarter is not an entire ball game, but it's just the kind of ball game we've been looking for. Dan is out wide on the left. What did you say about a quarterback sneak?
He just touched the center on the rump, and he's the only one you really have to follow. See, the 2 tackles are split out on the guards, so there's nobody on the center. The only man that can really get to him is Howard Carson, number 54, who is the linebacker, and all Kelly has to do, watch what happens. He'll just follow Khalil, the center, bang, and he's there. By the time the tackles pinch down Usfl and Achika, it's too late.
First down from the 30. There's Kelly looking for Johnson and threw it behind him, and Richard couldn't hang on to it. About to take a belt. It's 2nd down and 10.
Well, he was looking for the quick pop to Verdun, number 89, running straight up the field. If he holds that thing about another count, Verdun will be beyond the secondary, and it'll be a deep one. Don't be surprised to see him go long on this shot here.
Houston drove 57 yards for their score with a 7-yard touchdown pass to Richard Johnson. They kicked the ball off. There was a legal block, which took L.A. back to the 15. They drove 85 yards with a 4-yard pass to Tony Bodie.
L.A.'s got 6 defensive backs, 1 linebacker, and 4 defensive linemen.
Second down 10. There's the handoff to Sanders. Sanders is going to get the first down. Sanders carries the ball for only the 8th time this year. Picks up the first down at the 41. Our own Justin knocked him down.
You call this an underneath reverse coming back? Watch Kelly. He's going to roll to his right and hand the ball back to Sanders coming back this way. He makes one quick move by West, number 47. Once he does that, he's into the secondary and picks up a first down. That's a pretty play.
Jerry Argovitz, the president, team owner, one-time agent. First down. Kelly with time, and down the middle he goes figured I had him. He had the back split. That was a touchdown. I overthrew him.
I told you, he was going to throw that play to Verdun on this side 2 plays ago, and this time he's got Sanders going right down the seam. Watch what happens. No hesitation. Once he's there, he's beyond the secondary now. Sanders is there. Now he's just trying to catch up with the football. Can't do it. Had he gone full blast from the line of scrimmage, the ball would have been right on target.
Second down and 10 from the 41 of Houston. 2:52 left in this exciting first quarter. It's a tie ball game. McNeil to the left, and Scott McGee has come in, number 88, and he's all the way across the field on the right side. Kelly, look out, and down he goes. Looked like Lee Williams is the man who got him, number 73. And it is going to be third and long. Nobody has been stopped yet.
Jim, you have to be very, very careful with both of these quarterbacks because they both can throw long so well. Their arms are very, very strong. Kelly, we saw him in a game against San Antonio rolling to his left as a right-handed quarterback on the sideline, throw the ball to the other side of the field, which is 53 yards wide and 20 yards downfield, and hit his back right in the gut with the ball, so he can throw.
A man wide now are Moser and McNeil. This is third and long, better than 10. A screen pass, set up there to Fowler. Flag goes down, Fowler goes down. Shy of the first down, but flags are everywhere. At the 42. And Kelly is now picking himself up off the ground, but he's okay.
It's got to be against Houston, whether it's a legal man downfield.
That's what it is.
And lost it down. We're going to see a punt, which is amazing.
You know, someone asked John Hadel last week, and when the Blitz blitzed them, and the Express had lost 4 fumbles, all of which led to scores, he said, well, did we even punt today? And they said, you not only punted today, but Donnell Daniel returned it 72 yards for a touchdown, coach. He said, oh, yeah. Everything had gone wrong for John Hadel that day.
Offense, number 63, lost him down, 4th down.
Donnie Martin released and went downfield. It's 4th down. And Dale Walters is in to kick the ball away with Dwayne Gunn, who's got blazing speed, about 4.4.
I saw that young man at Indiana run a touchdown back against Syracuse. Dwayne Gunn can fly.
High. Fair catch. Fair catch back at the 27-yard line. First down there. Punt of the ball game. And what do you know? They've been stopped. It's 7-all late in the first quarter.
Tampa Bay and Jacksonville dig in for a win. Live Saturday.
With all the tennis and football and NBA basketball, don't forget Top Rank boxing every Thursday. First down, 27-yard line. Young comes out throwing and puts it up here for Bodie, and it is almost intercepted by number 35, Mike Mitchell, the rookie out of Howard Payne, who is probably the fastest man in either secondary out on the field tonight.
Mike Mitchell just made a one-handed grab at it. This ball was intended for Tony Bodie all the way. Young just trying to lay it out over the defensive secondary, and Mike Mitchell made a great play because he was covering on the outside and then moved back in to help out on the inside.
You can see the Express without Young, what they were doing on your left and what they have done since he joined the team on your right. And look, they've doubled the point output. That's Freddie Scott in motion. The ball is put out here for Freddie Scott. He can't hang on to it. Holding with him was Will Lewis, former Seattle Seahawks, Kansas City Chief, number 24. And now, maybe the Express will stall on offense. It is 3rd and 10.
Weren't we under the impression that the Los Angeles Express were going to try to get their running game intact?
What'd you say?
Yeah. The first 2 plays in the second possession are passing plays, and you know now that they've got to, well, they may run a screen here, a little draw play.
Aaron Long is in. Freddie Scott comes out wide to the right. JoJo Tanzel goes to the left. Malcolm Moore is in, flank to the right, and it's a shotgun for the first time tonight for either team. Across the middle, it is caught, and it's not going to be enough. Looks like Malcolm Moore picking it up, and Moore The rookie out of USC does not get the first down, and now Jeff Partridge will have to kick it away. And we'll tell you again that Donnell Daniel returned a punt against the Express for 72 yards last week. There is Sanders going deep. Sanders averaging almost 9 yards per punt return, and that is a pretty fair average.
Houston, if I was LA, I'd throw a pass right out here. You've got a wide receiver with nobody on him.
They're going to do it. They're going to do it. Get it to him. It's just lobbed out there and down very quickly, and he's got plenty of the first down. Is Troy West, the reserve defensive back. You saw it, but it's a flag back at the 44-yard line. Ineligible receiver downfield. Now, I only saw one man release.
That's all I saw, and that was
an
West.
outside man.
They had absolutely no one, and the ball went off the dirt.
Let's just see what happens here. Again, Ted Humphrey will sort it out for us.
Now, wait a minute. That's a loss of down. Illegal man downfield is a loss of down. It's going to give the ball to Houston there.
But I want to find out who it was downfield. I mean, for that to happen, that is a mistake and a half. Now, let us just see what it's going to be, because it's going to go way back inside the 25-yard line.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense number 50. Loss of down. First down.
Number 50, who is Kevin Turner, a linebacker. First down, Houston, because it's loss of down.
Jim, we're going to see Partridge here, but this has got to be an automatic call as soon as they see that. Now watch, the ball comes right off the dirt into his hands. This is thrown all away. He's got Troy West on the outside. When you have a pass play, how can you have a legal man downfield when you know, unless he did not get the call? And the man that they called was Kevin Turner, number 50, but Troy West, Verdun, number 89 for Houston, never got out on him. Now there's 50 right there. You see him releasing going downfield. It's a pass play. In fact, they had two guys downfield. They had Truitt, number 52, downfield.
Well, one of the strangest turnarounds I've seen. First down, Houston, because loss of down on an ineligible man downfield. Fowler with the ball on first down, and he's going to get down to the 20-yard line, where it'll be second down. Can you remember anything like that before? On a punt, try to throw it. Ineligible receiver, loss of down, turn the ball over deep in your own territory.
Jim, again, I have to believe that play was called after they had lined up, when they saw West standing out there by himself. The up-back might have made the call, and what happens is the offensive line, and those were linebackers that were downfield, did not get the call.
Second down in a 7-7 ball game, running out of time in the first quarter. Richard Johnson turns downfield, get the ball short, and unable to go anywhere with it is Ricky Sanders. And it's third down.
Ricky Sanders hit the, what would that be, third base?
That would be third base, but right now that gun is the end of the quarter. 7-all. Come back, it's a big one. 10, each is thrown for a touchdown. Neither has thrown for an interception. Kelly on third down and 4, dumps it out and has his man across the way, Richard Johnson. Rolled out of bounds by Troy West, the defensive back who caught that ball for an apparent first down on the fake punt, only to have an ineligible man downfield and give Houston the ball at the 24. Now they're going to bring the ball back. They're still spotting it over there. And now they move it down to the first down situation at the 13.
Jim, with this run and shoot that Houston Gamblers run, it puts an awful lot of pressure on the defensive backs. Because remember one thing, you're only allowed one chuck, and that's within 5 yards, a bump of the receiver. These receivers are always running away from him. And all Kelly and Young are both doing when the receivers come out and do that is just lay the ball out in front and let him go get it.
Johnson, the dangerous in motion. First down from a 13. Kelly pumps once. Kelly flagged down. Kelly runs out of bounds. Well, the flag is down back at the 15-yard line. And if it's holding, it's going to move them back considerably.
Yeah, it's going to be holding against Houston. It'll be a 10-yarder. We got an injured man down about the 3-yard line.
That almost has to be a wide receiver down there. And it might be Scott McGee, number 88. We'll take a look. That looks like who it is. So while he is down, we will go away for just a moment. Monday Night Football brought to you by Nissan, builders of high mileage, high quality cars and trucks for 50 years. Available at your Datsun dealer. And now Paul McGuire and I would like to echo the words of Bill Grimes, the president of ESPN, when he expressed his delight today that ESPN has been totally purchased by ABC Video Enterprises, which is a totally owned subsidiary of the American Broadcasting Company. In other words, ABC now owns ESPN. And Paul, I was thinking, when I first went with, that's Scott McGee going off the field, when I first went with ABC in 1960, it was to do something called the American Football League, which you can remember. And 23 years ago this past weekend, I was in Des Moines, Iowa for the brake relays, which along with the 10 relays was the first ever broadcast of a show called Wide World of Sports. So we both go back to 1960. I go back with Wide World of Sports after that. But here we are full cycle again. You were playing for ABC, and in a sense, you're still playing for ABC. We are delighted.
Well, what is it? Is that, what's that saying? What comes around goes around? Is that it?
Whatever. But we're back. Little to reflect there as far as time of possession is concerned, or yardage gained. It's an even-Steven ball game with a big mistake thus far. The ineligible man downfield that gave Houston perfect field position at the 24, but now they're faced with a 1st and 20 at the 23.
Close to 200 yards in total offense in the first quarter.
Only 12 seconds have gone by in the second quarter. McNeil goes to the left. Moser replaces McGee on the right, although they alternate all the time. Sanders, the man in motion. Here's Kelly putting it down there, and broken up on a beautiful play by Aaron Mitchell, intended for Moser at the 1-yard line. Mitchell, number 2 draft choice of the Cowboys some years ago.
What happens when you get a guy like Moser going downfield, this ball is laid out. He thought he had a touchdown. Aaron Mitchell comes in, and he knows he can't intercept the ball. The veteran, all he wants to do is knock it away. Here comes Moser. Here comes Aaron Mitchell. He couldn't get it. What a perfect play by the defense. But Kelly, again, he has time to throw the ball, and he really doesn't need a whole lot of time. Fowler's there, picking up Lesnick, number 95, Fowler 46. He'll hit you.
They got every defensive back in the league in there tonight on this play, 3rd and long, and a throw to the end zone. And that is McNeil across the way, out of bounds, with the ball, but out of bounds. And it's 3rd down. Darrell Patillo hit him some here, and you can tell. Believer Patillo drove him out of bounds, but the official there said he was out of bounds.
That's one of the toughest calls for an official. First of all, can the receiver, or does he have enough time to come down in bounds? Let's take a look at the scoring by quarters, Jim. Look at Houston's second quarter, 98 points.
You know, Los Angeles usually breaks on top, and then they get them later in the ball game. Houston does a good job. In the fourth quarter, as you can see, they're still outscoring their opponents. McNeil and Moser, the wide receivers, they're 2 slot backs. They are Sanders and Johnson. 3rd and 20. Kelly, under pressure, steps out, looks, still under pressure, and going to be dragged down. There was only one man near him, Fletcher Jenkins, the second-year man out of Washington, and he got it.
You know, Jim, he was looking at Gerald McNeil, number 13, who was on the far side of the field, and he wanted him to break towards the end zone. If he had done that, he'd have been wide open. No one was near McNeil, and Kelly couldn't get him to move.
Tony Fritz is in and will try a 39-yard field goal. He is 2 for 2 at that distance, and by the way, if they come away with only 3, really, the Express will have dodged the bullet after that ineligible man downfield call. 39 yards out. Fritz has been perfect so far, and not this time, and it's a goal post, and Fritz fails for the first time in 1984. So they did dodge the bullet. The score. Steve Young, formerly of BYU, the $40 million man. What did he do last week? That is not a misprint. 120 yards rushing, 302 yards passing. He's the only player to have 100 yards rushing and 300 yards passing in one game. Now, others have done it, but not in the same game, and sometimes not even in the same season. Now, that is the first in professional football. Cody, the man in motion, they're using him a lot more tonight. Kevin Nelson's been right. Oh, that's Mel Gray. Mel Gray across the 25 to about the 28-yard line. He picks up 6 at 2nd down and 4. with Eric Scoggins, his former teammate, holding on. Now, here are the other players that have had 100 yards rushing and 300 yards passing in their careers, but not in the same game. Virgil Carter, Cecil Isbell, Jack Concannon, Steve Grogan, and Billy Kilmer. Matter of fact, Kilmer, as a tailback with the 49ers, had more than one 100-yard rushing day. But 100 plus over 300 yards passing in the same game, that's Townsell in motion. And again, Gray, and Gray's got the first down. Quick man, this rookie out of Purdue. He is playing the fullback role. Nelson is a little bit bigger at 191. Gray weighs only 175. But like Houston, the Express run very little. And when they do it on quickness. First down, mark the ball at the 34.
Well, the last series of downs, the LA Express came out and threw the ball actually four times, because the punter threw the ball. This time they came back. This is their third possession, 2 runs in a row.
I was talking about 60 points. They were 14 in a hurry. Bodie's back in there. Young's going to throw. Is he? Looking to, gets it away, and the ball is caught, tipped, and Carr catches it. Or rather, Freddie Scott. At the 45-yard line, Diallo got his hands up, and it came down to Freddie Scott. But you may not have heard me say that Scott is in med school. He certainly is in medical school. He is an outstanding student and a good pass catcher.
Well, take a look. But look at the protection. Now, that's Zimmerman, number 56. He gets a great job. Take a look at it. Fitzpatrick, 62, is trying to rush. The center kind of just pulls off and waits. Now, here comes Young. And watch this ball. It's going to be tipped by Kiki Diallo and up right into the hands of Freddie Scott. And Kiki just shook his head. He said, what do I have to do?
7 all, 11:28 to go in the first half. Townsell in motion, first down at the 50. This is Kevin Nelson. Nelson's flagged down. All good play by Kiki Diallo. Well, since he couldn't intercept the ball, he makes the tackle. He was the first man signed to a contract by the Gamblers, small for middle linebacker at 226. But at Texas, he did it all, and he's their leading tackler here.
Well, I talked to Kiki before the game, and he was telling me that they used to run 3-4 defense, and he was one of the inside middle linebackers, and now he's the middle linebacker by his lonesome. His job, basically, is to key the single back in the backfield, which is Nelson. He goes everywhere Nelson goes.
Bodie, the man in motion. Young, here's Nelson. Nelson tries to run over a few people. Those 191 pounds, and gets down to the 44-yard line. Hollis Hall gets credit for the tackle at the 44. It is 3rd and 4.
You know, it's one of those games when you do it, you're waiting all week long for the game to come, and you know that it's going to be an explosion. It kind of cooled down a little bit. But all of a sudden, you just have the feeling when Houston gets the ball, LA has the ball, that the big plays are always there.
Hersey and Scott to the right. Townsell going over to the right. They're going to flood that right side. So Young will can't get it away. Flag down. That is Tommy Myers, a former New Orleans Saint, 10-year veteran, who blitzed from his free safety spot.
Well, James, Houston Gamblers do it in order to get to Young. You're going to have to blitz him. And watch to his right-hand side, the top side. Now, his back is to Myers. Here comes Myers. He sees him at the last second. He's got to tuck the ball back in. Cannot get away from Tommy Myers, and down he goes.
And now Partridge standing at his 30. Sanders, the deep man, back at the 16. There will not be a fake punt here.
Delay a game.